All right, dear my friend, I'm the author of this book, Balance. Okay? I wrote this book in Chinese, but I'm going to translate into English right now. I give you a little bit background of mine. I got a master's degree in Eastern Michigan State University in USA. So I want to share with you the first chapter of my book. Are you really not that nervous at work or in your daily life? The experts say that sometimes whether or not you are healthy depends on your personality and your attitude toward life. When I think about my friends, when I recall, a lot of people get sick because they are too nervous. They were too nervous. And I really reflect myself. Sometimes I worry about the future, and I was so busy. I always, I was so diligent at work. Even when I paid money to go to the martial art class, I was so serious, and I tired myself out. I gave myself a lot of stress. I was too serious. I don't know what your situation is. And then later I noticed my stomach is sick, and maybe because of my personality, A-type personality, I think. I think I led this kind of lifestyle for about 20 years. So what I need to is learn to relax. I know it's really hard. I always push myself when I study in the States. My roommate from Ohio said to me that you push yourself too much. I know that, but still push myself. So what I need to is to relax myself, stop for a few minutes, stop for an hour, to relax for an hour. To relax, to enjoy watching beautiful scenery, to listen to the music, to read the good books, appreciate the nature. Okay? I always work very hard. I always study very hard in the States or in Taiwan. I study very hard. On Saturday and Sunday, I made every effort to write books. So after writing books, I feel so tired, so tired out and stressed out. So now I change a big screen computer that relieve, some of my stress. There's a pastor saying one thing to me. Hey brother, you have to relax. You are too nervous. You are too nervous. It's good for you to relax, So what you and I need to do is to relax. Learn to relax. It's not an easy thing to do, but we have to try and we have to learn. I always think about how come, there are so many diseases in the world. When I kept thinking about this problem, I jumped to the conclusion. The reason of causing the disease is stress. When your ability is not, stronger than the stress, then disease comes. For my instance, I recently I feel I have a bad knee. My knee hurt, and it lasts for a few weeks. And I noticed that I'm heavier than before, and exercise more vigorously. My knee get hurt after vigorous exercise. So that's why the stress overcome the ability. And my eyes, get dry and tired lots of time. So I cannot use my eyes for a long time to give my eyes to my stress. So that is because my eyes, most of my eyes are not strong enough to last longer. Sometimes I worry about the restaurant critics a few days later, because I'm 40 some years old. I want to fight with young guys. You can go to triple YouTube to see. I'm afraid of losing the game. You know, this is my ego problem. So I need to proclaim myself that to say that I need to have good techniques, and I cannot be afraid of losing the game, so I can overcome the fighting stress. The Bible says that you have to think positively. Okay, so you have to dwell in God's love and think positively. Okay, always hold on to the positive attitude. I have done a lot of financial planning for a lot of people, maybe 20 or 30,000 people, and I met first with them, and I can share with the words in my heart. And I noticed one fact, really, a lot of disease and unhappiness has related to what? To unforgiving, really. So I personally experienced that forgiving your enemies is not very easy. But the Bible says that teach you to forgive and bless your enemies. I think it's very hard to do. Sometimes I saw my enemies, I got very angry. You know, forgiving is not an easy thing to do. But still, I need to forgive, obey God's command, and forgive my enemies, even in struggle. I don't think many people saying that you can forgive everybody without any anger. Maybe they are very holy, but I'm not, and most of people are not. I'm not that good. So what I can do is I count on prayer, to trust in God to help me to forgive my enemies. So every afternoon I will take a nap. I forgive all the enemies. If I think of any people who has sinned against me, I forgive them every day. And I've made a little bit progress every day. Until now, my anger toward the enemies get less and less. At least, you know, sometimes I can practice to bless my enemies. So I can dwell in God's love through that way, even though it's not easy. If we don't forgive the others, it's very hard for us to live in God's love. You know, I know it's not easy to do, but at least when we didn't see the enemies, we can proclaim in our heart to forgive our enemies, especially when your anger arises, and you can breathe anger into God, you know, and give the anger to God, and start obeying God's command, forgiving your enemies. So I have been very busy because I have a lot of people to forgive, you know, and yeah. So forgiving is is an ongoing thing. Through prayer and forgiving, can release from our bondage, and we can lead a free and loving style. And if we want to forgive the others, why if the others don't forgive us? If we can forgive us, but the others don't forgive us, oh, we feel sad about this. But God has His spiritual law. If the others don't forgive us, they want to keep themselves in prison that we cannot control. What you can do is to do your part. Okay? When I think about a lot of disease, you know, in psychology disease in the world, it is because your energy is not more powerful than the stress. Your energy is not strong enough to overcome the stress. When you constantly stay in a stressful situation, you know, the nutritions will go to your muscle to resolve the stress. And your cells of bodies cannot be nurtured and restored. So that's how disease comes. Because the cells in the other organs cannot get enough nutrition, so they get tired out. They have low energy, and that's why the disease comes. Okay, because your cells of every organ need the nourishment of the oxygen and nutrition, and also they need to get rid of some poison, or if the process, when the stress comes, the process stops. So the energy turn low. Eventually the cells of the organs die. So when you see so and so get sick easily, so you can know that he's constantly under stress. So and so needs to rest. He needs to rest. Okay. So if we want to, but realistically, we live in a world that is filled with stress. So we need to train to increase our ability to confront the stress. So we can do a lot of pleasant activities that increase our confidence. Maybe exercise, or stay in the nature, and practice more to increase your ability to confront with stress. If you are afraid of going to the court, when you speak, you are afraid to go to the court, you don't know how to speak to a judge. But after constant practice, you will be more and more eloquent in the court, because through your practice, that increases your ability, okay? And I will encourage you not to stay under stress environment for such a long time. And that will tire yourself out, and your body cannot rest to get enough energy, And the reason is that when you face the stress, you always stay in the situation of fighting or escaping or running away. So that will make the blood flowing to your muscle to resist the stress, to conserve your life, and thus will stop giving the nutrition to the cells of the other organs, and make the cells of your body be poisonous. Okay, and that will hurt your cells, hurt your body. Okay. I heard the experts saying that when you relieve the stress, the immune system can cure all the disease. So whenever we are confronted with challenge or stress, we can say to ourselves, we can proclaim to ourselves, so good, it's nice, it's have a deep breath, relax, let me deal with it, deal with this stress strategically, and maybe for 2 or 3 times instead of confront with this situation for 1 time. That would be too stressful. When you break it down to 2 or 3 sections, and that would make you get more energy and wisdom from the others, to solve the problem in a better way. Okay. I want to encourage you the best way to deal with the stress is to do deep breathing and relax your body. But sometimes you will confront with the situation that you cannot have a deep breath or relax your body. But it's the most effective way for you to relieve stress. And also I will encourage you to break down to 3 or 4 sections to resolve a problem. You don't want to give yourself too much stress to resolve the problem at one time, and you probably it's not effective, and maybe you give yourself too much stress. Okay, break down to 2 or 3 points. My MBA teacher and in Michigan State University and saying that you have to write it down. Okay, write down the solution of the problems, and that relieve your stress. And when you write down, and that give you motivation, and momentum to resolve it later on. Okay, if you don't write it down, it could be not that effective. Okay, so I would think that if you want to deal with these stressful things, eat well and sleep well first. You don't want to wake up and with very low energy, and you didn't sleep well or eat well, then you will not have energy to deal with a complex situation. You have to eat and sleep well first. Okay, it's very important. Maybe you can talk to your wife or husband that tomorrow I'm going to have a very important meeting, a very stressful situation to deal with. Just tell your friends or your family members that I need to get a very good rest. Calm yourself down. Please don't watch TV or screen the computers. Relax, listen to music, do some good read some good books to calm yourself down. Do some prayers to get a good night's sleep. Okay. So it's easy to say, but it's very hard to do. But we really have to discipline ourselves to do that. It's good for us. We will make progress if we gear toward the right direction. Okay, then we will make progress. We don't, we don't want to expect ourselves to be that good sudden, but we can make progress. Okay. Next time, if you and me confront with a stressful situation, we maybe got panic, got panic disorder, or our body got very tense, but we can just proclaim to ourselves, take action, relax, deep breath for each time. So we will make progress. Okay. Sometimes the stress comes from where? Come from the environment and your internal voice or belief, the wrong belief or the wrong voice. Maybe right now, you stay in a very relaxed situations and environment, but you think of a stressful situation, or there's stress noise coming from your heart. Still, your body will have a fight and escape situation in your mind, and that would force blood flowing to the muscle, and still the cells of the other organs cannot rest and get restored. Like I said before, you have to deal with your negative voice, feelings or pictures. You have to deal with that. Maybe those negative voice and pictures appear in your mind again and again. That's the things you need to deal with. I know it's not easy. You have to deal with that. By what? You write down the positive things and words to replace those negative words and pictures. It's not very easy, Subconsciously, we constantly think of those bad things and negative things which made us unhappy. But we still think about it naturally. Why is that? Because we got hurt. So we naturally think of it. We have to resist it. We have to resist the negative feelings, words, and pictures. Because that's bad for us. I know when we get hurt, spiritually or emotionally or physically, we talk about bad things a lot of times. But we have to resist all the negative things and then pay attention to the positive things which will make us happy and make us, more confident. It's very important. It's not easy to do. You have to do it through prayer and depend on God, and God gives you strength to do that. Okay. For instance, suddenly the fear comes. The fear comes. You suddenly have panic. You get panic. And you can proclaim to yourself maybe silently, or you can just, just say it to yourself. In Christ, I am safe. If you are in danger, then you can say to yourself, in 3 seconds I can call the police. In the meantime, you take a deep breath and relax yourself. When you go to the court, you can proclaim to yourself, I'm ready to talk to the judge and lawyer and to defend myself and to do the right attack. Okay? When the wrong belief and the wrong voice appear, that causes the disease. Right? Oh, you have to constantly proclaim and say the positive words, and the positive beliefs will be formed in your body and will make your body strong. Okay? The wrong beliefs might be created by the negative things of people since you were a child, and that enter into heart and become the memory of yourselves. Remember that. Sometimes the memory is not memorized not only in the mind, and the scientists say that, but also it's a recording in every cell in your body. So that's very important finding. The bad memory or good memory is recorded in every cell of your body, not only in your brain or mind. So it's very important for you to, change the memory through prayer. I think only through prayer you can do that. It's not very easy, so you have to know what the negative things and voice and belief system in your mind is. You find those things out, and you have to change it to positive words. And then you have to proclaim it again and again, maybe 1,000 times or 2,000 times. You have to do it. At least we gear toward the right direction. We'll get more healthy. We'll get healthy and healthy. If you get afraid, I'm a strong man. I'm very courageous. Okay? Even though people say you're a coward, but you have to proclaim to say that I'm very courageous man. I'm a warrior. You say to yourself every day, okay? I'm a warrior. I'm very courageous. Okay? You will make progress every day. Okay? If you learn the martial art, you can proclaim to yourself, if any violent thing happen, if anything happen, I can beat those people up. I can protect myself for sure, definitely. Okay? I guarantee that I can protect myself. I guarantee. So proclaim to yourself positive words. So a lot of diseases are from stress. Then isn't it that good to relieve the stress? And that's heal your disease. The research in Stanford University is saying that more than 95% of disease has a related stress. Oh, that is what I think. So the key thing to relieve the stress is to increase your positive energy. If your positive energy is stronger than stress, you will have no disease. So we have to manage stress and also increase the positive energy. And that will enhance our immune system. Okay? Recently, a lot of friends of mine got cancer, and I prayed for them for a long time. And I went to the hospital to see them. Some of the people, got cancer, and they recover, and then they still got the cancer again, because the cells of cancer are very adapted to environment, and they are very smart. They can learn to get away from the asteroid, they can. Um, so usually the X-ray healing can can kill about 80% of the cancer cells. But still, there are some people um, are dead because of 20% of the cancer cells. So the rest of the cancer cells need to be killed by the immune system. So that's why the immune system, whether or not the immune system is healthy, is very important. Is very important. So you have to increase your immune system's energy. So you have to treat yourself well to be healthy. Thank you.